What's up, people? Welcome back. Crash Flow, and it's beautiful, hot, and sunny. And I'm not in New York City, as you can see. I went out to Jamaica, get out of the city for a little bit, so I could make a couple Crash Flow videos out here. But yeah, I want to get straight to it. We're gonna do a rip tip today, and there's something I wanted to do in New York City for a while. I wanted to do how you can find skate spots. And because New York City is one of those places where there's just spots everywhere, but not everybody can see them right away, you know? New York City is one of those spots where there's endless amount of skate, but they're usually not the normal things you'd see at a skate park or things like that, or a regular town. So I wanted to do that in New York, but I actually decided to wait and maybe do it out here because it's more interesting, because I'm in Kingston. And it's actually really hard to skate out here. There is not much to skate. So I wanted to do rip tip, how to find a skate spot. Because actually out here you really have to be creative. Because the roads are crazy out here. Look, as you can see, it's tough, it's rough. And they don't have Kingston is a city, but they have road, they don't have street, you know? So there's not really metal curbs and all these things we skate in New York City. So you really have to be creative. And one thing I want to say about, it's all about how you look at things. Skateboarding, we're always looking at spots. And me, I like to walk and skate and bike around because I'm going to miss the spot. I'm going to miss seeing the little nooks and crannies in the city, And, what did I say? Oh, over here. Yeah, like I was saying, when you go to look for skate spots, you have to be at your all-time most creative mindset in skating, because you're always looking for possibilities. And like I said before, that's why I like to actually walk or ride a bike around a city, whatever city it might be. And even in LA, people always want to drive their cars, but me, I like to walk and skate and bike because I can see every nook and cranny that you miss kind of in a car, So yeah, walking around Kingston, I get to see any little nooks and crannies. I mean, it's tough here, but you really have to be creative. You're always looking for possibilities. I mean, that's something that I think is important in life. If you continue looking for possibilities, you're gonna find things that you never thought was possible. And I feel like every great artist, every great skater does. So this part of skating pushes you more to be more creative, more artistic. So people that just skate a box every day, it's good, get your skills up, skate a box, but when you're looking at a spot and skating it differently, or finding something new that you couldn't even think was possible, that's very creative. I love that style of skating. One thing I wanted to bring up was one of my favorite all-time greats, Robbie Gangemi, is really the first person to grind up a rail. So not only that, this is a little different style, but when you see a skate spot and people skate it every day, and he's so creative, people weren't thinking that way. People weren't thinking of the possibilities of grinding up a rail. You know what I mean? So if you can look at the same mundane stuff every day, and just, if you're thinking in the same way, you're just gonna do the same stuff. But if you're thinking for more opportunities and more creatively, you're gonna see stuff that you've never even seen before, just on the same obstacle. So Robbie Gangemi, first person to grind up a rail, I mean, that blew minds. And that was in the 90s. It's 20 more years ago or something. And now kids do that. It took 10 years for people to catch up to that. Till you've seen Westgate and guys like that grinding up rails. So that's one of the things I wanted to bring up about how amazing it is to find a spot and then even skate something that people have skated a million times and skate it differently. So that's one of the most amazing parts about just being creative in that way and always looking for possibilities. So last night I was walking through here and I seen this little crusty thing. So I'm staying not too far from here, and maybe it'll just, let's see. We're gonna see what it looks like up here. This right here, perfect example. I mean, it's not much. It's really not much going on here. It's a little grass, couple little extra grass sticking out, a little rubble, and then you got a little pad. So me, I just look at this and I say, well, this could be gap to Manny. Not a big gap, but gap to Manny, And I think that's what's important in skating, is just, if you have some tricks in the bag of tricks as well, it gives you more possibilities. So I just say, oh, maybe this could be a spot, gap to Manny.
Wicked.
All right, I'm gonna cut it short today because that slam was really bad. I don't know if it looked that bad, but I scraped up my arm and my back. Like, I can't believe I slammed that hard on a little manual. But like I was saying, it's this road out here. They say, we touched the road, and the road is rough. It's no joke in Jamaica. This ain't New York City. This ain't LA. This is real deal road. So I got all the rubbish on my back. I'm gonna cut it short today. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna do another one of these because this is a cool thing to do, especially in a place like Jamaica, not like New York or like LA, where it's a little easier. But in a place like this, you really have to flex that muscle of possibilities. What are the possibilities? What you can skate, because there's endless possibilities if you just open up your mind and be a little bit more creative with your surroundings, I think. So that's why I think it's fun to do it here. I think we'll do another one. And in the meantime, I want you to look up Robbie Gan Jimmy's first mixtape part, the Zoo York video, first Zoo York video. He grinds up a rail. And that wasn't necessarily finding a spot, but that's just the possibilities. No one was thinking that way. And he opened up possibilities. People weren't even thinking, oh, he could grind up a rail, because it was crazy at the time and it was insane. But he's the first person I ever saw do it. I think most people ever saw do it, and he did it with style. So I want you to look up Robbie Gan Jimmy mixtape 1, first Zoo video. And yeah, all right guys, have a good one. Bless.